Okay, well, what we have here, friends, is we're gonna go do a test. We're gonna test some saws. This stuff all takes time. It's Sunday afternoon, but I could be cutting trees, which I'd be videoing anyways. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm working with a man named Jeremy Bell, the Bellhopper as we know him. He's a wonderful guy. He's just a wonderful guy. He came, I forget what he came. I think he came 1,200 miles. Something crazy, friends. He drove a long, long way to come and see me. I think he drove 11 or 12 hours or 13 hours or something to come and see me at Buck and Stock 2018, the dry run. And as you all know, we're getting close to the second Buck and Stock coming up in Michigan in a few months. So, but Bellhopper's been kind enough to work with my crazy mind on getting these old Macs to a point where, like, I love running them. I would run these. I would fall with an 850 or a Super Pro 81 if it was this close, even to a 372 or to what I'm used to. I would, friends. I would fall with it. I love running them so much. So we're doing some experiments, friends. We're doing some experiments. These old saws, friends, they're so fun. They're so fun. I love them. You know, everything McCulloch, I love. And it's, so what I've got, I'll just let you know what I got. I got two 1010s, exactly the same. It's the exact same saw. It's a different side cover because that's just what I had and I threw it on there. It's the Mac 1010, the most simplest design you can get. The Mac, this says lightweight chainsaw. This one says automatic. They are the exact same saw. They just are. Now, what is not the exact same saw, and we don't know why yet, I don't know why anyway, but we're going to find out, is what's the difference between those and the ProMac series. It's a ProMac 1010 that's 54 cc's. Well, so do these saws. But friends, believe you me, the ProMac cuts better out of the box. Okay, before any porting or anything. It cuts better. Why? Why does it cut better? Someone out there knows. Someone out there knows. No one seems to be able to answer it. I saw something one day that really freaked me out. Freaking a difference in power. But they're not all like that. Look at this, friends. Look at this. Look at this is the same part. Okay, there it is. It's yellow. They are the same part. This is the intake gasket under there, right? Okay, it's the intake little thing. Now, and actually check this out, friends. Look at this, is very interesting. Look at the, see this? Look at right here. This indentation of where the head was. Or right? See? It's this size. There we go. You see? So, yeah, that's how this goes, right like that. Look at this. So you know that this diameter should be the exact same as that. It just should be. Now, why it is not? Look it. You can see it. You can see where it was, friends. So what would that do? I don't know. It must have been a mistake. I don't know. But I found that on these saws, and it tripped me right out. I mean, I got these carcasses lying around everywhere, friends. Okay? Constrict it like crazy. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, regardless, we've got, so it's gonna take some time because I'll have to take the bar off and put it on there and do that and all that, right? I'm gonna run one and we're gonna check it out. We are gonna see the difference that porting makes. Porting's only a couple $100, friends, or 200 or 250 or whatever you're doing to your saw. It's not that expensive work. But if it makes the saw much more enjoyable to run, and you can hit it with a 28-inch bar, and I run them with 28s regardless, but you know, 24, 28-inch bar, these things come freaking out of the factory with like a 20-inch bar. It's kind of weird, if you ask me. So here we go. I'm going out to do some testing. And I hope you join me. So friends, I mean, you know, here we are at Ronnie's place here. You know, I mean, you can't get nicer. You just can't. Usually I back in. This is nice, friends, about, you know, being friends with your you know, I mean, Ron was just a client. He was a client, but most clients I have, I become friends with them. Look at here, friends. I mean, come on. So this is what we're doing. We are gonna take and we're in the shade here, friends, which is kind of nice because I got my saw pants on. So here we are. We got our max. I think I'll go 10-10 first. I'll run this 10-10 and then I'll swap out the bar and we'll do some cutting here, and I'll get set up with the camera. There's a couple longer ones here we can get. I'll talk to you in a minute. All right, our first test is this here. Here is the beautiful 1010 lightweight power saw, which is 54 cc's, and the bellhopper got a hold of it and did his stuff to it. Now, I'll be honest, he did this ProMac and it's crazy. It's crazy. It is. I'm just telling you. But this will be very interesting because this is about Hue 381, buddy. This will be neat when if everything works out. This is a ProMac 1010 bellhoppered stock. 800 stock, 800 bellhoppered. As you can tell by the tab. See the little tab? That was an 800 thing, and there it is there. Okay, friends, so those are two 800s, one's stock, one's hot rod. And here's the little one. I just bought the saw the other day, friends. Bone stock off a faller partner of mine, George, if you're watching, howdly doodly. So this is perfect. This will be perfect. Exactly the same power saws, bellhoppered and stock. Let's get to it. Okay, friends, we're gonna start with the hot rod. I should start the other way around, shouldn't I? But I'm not, because I got the bar and chain on this thing, and we're gonna go with this thing first. This is the bellhopper hot rod. It's got gas in it. Yes, it does, but I'm gonna put another little squirt in it just so we don't run out. This is a nice cut here. I got some other wood here I'll probably cut too. So the silly thing is I don't really want to cut like little discs. I want to cut firewood because it makes no sense for us to cut discs around here. It just doesn't because it's firewood. So if it was at my place, it wouldn't matter because I just burn it all up. I mean, Ron's cool, but I don't want a bunch of discs lying around for Ron. It makes no sense, friends. So I'll probably end up cutting firewood. But I will cut a couple more just so we can get a look at this. So that was this is the friends, this saw is the, how can I put this? This is the Pro, it's not even the Pro nothing, it's the McCulloch 1010 automatic. It's the simplest, plainest saw out there that they make. This is it. Okay, so I'm swapping the bar. I don't even like filming this, but I don't mind chit-chatting with you guys when I'm doing it. So I know the old what his name there, old 101 and Saw 101 guy. He does this and swaps the bar out and does the same ordeal. These are a little bit of a different ordeal because they take a touch longer just because of the vintage.
People see him coming with a smile upon his face. There's always time for chit-chat as he stops to tie his place. With Myrtle's back and dragon, with 2 chords of the best, it feels you scrutinizing as he backs up to the test. Well, the woodman wears a smirk and flicks that whistle on his chest. He walks away in confidence.
Hopefully this won't this case will work good. Our bar side cover for this one because it's not the right one for this, as you guys know already. There we go. Make sure it moves. This is a stock 1010 automatic. You guys have got no bars left on you now. We should get a cut. You guys timed it, right? So let's see what happens. Okay, we don't need to do a second cut. You can see as plain as day, friends. We're not doing a second cut. You can feel it, you can see it, it's obvious. It's very obvious. Okay? So we're not even going to bother. That would actually be a waste of time in my opinion. Okay? So that bar came right off of that power saw, right onto this power saw, and that was quite obvious. What we're going to do is we're going to jump right into the 1010s. So here's our little discs. We're gonna jump right into the ProMac. Watch. This is the ProMac 1010. You guys are very familiar with this saw. It's got gas. We're gonna fire it up and let it rip. And I've got another 28-inch bar on, but I'll use this bar and chain just so we're totally even. Let's do it. You can tell this saw, I think we went a little bit far on this saw actually. This Okay, we'll swap this out to the other chain. Friends, so here's the deal. Here's the stock saw. Here it is. This is skip tooth and this is full. I'm gonna take the full house off of the ProMac 1010 and I'm gonna put it on this other ProMac right here. Okay? That's our plan. Looks like we got some bar oil on here. Back in a minute. Okay, so this is our stock ProMac. ProMac 1010 stock. I'm pulling the bar and chain off it. These are a real bugger to get at, friends. This is one of McCullough's downfalls. Okay, so that was actually very interesting, friends. Me and the bellhopper, we thought we may have gone a little far on this one. It's got a lot of chain speed, it's got much more chain speed, but we think we may have robbed this saw of a bit of bottom end. What this is for us, we're learning about what happens to them. And old Bobby Walker did say, he says, there's not a lot you can really do with those. He said they were really good out of the factory. He did say that, friends. He says you're almost better just to go in and hog stuff out, but we're playing with these saws. We are experimenting to know for sure. Maybe there's a special little formula in there. And we do it right on one of these 1010s and zap. What's the worst case scenario? There's a bunch of good running 1010s around, right? So, pretty cool stuff. So now we go after our 800 and see how that goes. Talk to you in a minute. Okay, friends, here's the ProMac again. Here's the stock ProMac. I actually tuned it up a little teeny bit. These are experiments we're doing, friends. We're doing these experiments for a reason. Okay? So, I'm gonna cut this big piece of wood here. So did you hear that? Okay, so I tuned this thing up. I peeled it. That was a big piece of wood. It's bigger than this one. So that was stock. That's a stock saw. It's ripping, you know. That's a big piece of fur. I mean, it is. That's very interesting. These Promax cut. Okay, so we'll put on that other hot rod again. Okay, this is bellhopper saw in that bigger wood again. The last one you saw was the stock saw. Yeah, that hot rod cuts better. It does. And it's idling away. The saw's running good. So that's very interesting. I thought maybe that the stock saw. So that's very interesting actually. That's cool. This is really good information for us. We're doing this all in the name of science for the power saw guy. It's sitting there idling like a dream. That saw's ripping. That saw's ripping. And it'll cut through small wood like mad. Like there's one out the back here. That right there. Like it'll rip through that. Okay, so that's good. I like bellhopper saw. It's good. Okay, so that's that. So those are interesting experiments, friends. Very interesting. So what I've gotten out of this is the Promax 1010 is a rip-roaring saw out of the freaking box, out of the factory back in the 70s. It's a rip-roaring good saw, okay? The automatic, the Pro 10, or pardon me, just the McCulloch, what are they calling it? Mac 1010. Whether it's an automatic or the lightest chainsaw in the world, just that Mac 10. Anything without a Pro. The Pro series, it's different. It is, friends. I'm telling you, we don't know why. We're trying to track down why. That saw cuts, friends. This is large wood, friends. And it's fur. This softwood doesn't cut like people think it does. It doesn't. It's stringy fir. It's not like pine. It's not like spruce. Fir is different. If you've never cut it, you can't speak to it. Fir it's a beautiful cutting wood, most definitely. Friends, this chunk of wood here, oblong, is there. Let's see. It's a 22-inch piece of wood. That's 22 inches right there across. Their bars came stock 20 inches. These Promax are freaking sweet. Now bellhopper, I'm going to tell you something right now. That first saw, I don't think I mean, yes, we went a little far on the transfers. We probably did. Because of that little ball, right? We probably did. But I'll tell you, just prove it to me again. I thought it might have lost a bit of bottom end. I'm not sure it has. I'll be honest, I'm not sure it has. Bellhopper, old boy. That thing screams. I'm happy with that saw. Remember, we had a hell of a time getting it kind of to where it needed to be. So, but my consensus is this little thing, the one that I just got back, that little son of a gun, major improvements, major improvements. So if you got one of those Mac 1010s lightweight chainsaw, or Mac 1010 automatic, or just anything Mac 1010, it is by far worth it. By far. It's a much nicer saw to run with a little bit of cleansing or porting or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I haven't learned how to do it yet. That's why Jeremy Bell's doing it for me, and the Walkers have done it for me for years. I'm busy cutting. I'm the cutter. So, it's good, friends. It's really good. Let's get on to these 800s. Okay, friends. We're gonna grab this 800 that I had bellhopped. We're gonna give it a shot. I'm just cutting firewood. I'm not cutting rings anymore. It makes no sense. Too much of a mess around here. This one's got a little port job on the muffler done here. But I'm honestly thinking for this test, I don't think I have to swap out chains. I'll look. I'll take a look. But they're both 28-inch bars. They're brand new chains. The rakers haven't even been gotten here. It's still chain. So we'll see. But let's cut. Let's take a rip off of this sucker right here. See how it does. Get out your watches, friends. Let's do it. This is a great saw. It's got balls. Okay, so friends, that cut really nice, smooth. The 800 is a smooth cutting saw, real smooth. Now, I've basically got the same chain on, but it actually is different chain. This is Oregon chain. I wonder if I should swap out. I better swap out, to be fair, friends. Gosh. Okay, friends, we're just taking the chain off the hot rod, the bellhopper here. And we're putting it on the stock saw there. I was gonna run the stock saw, but it's not worth it. There's a little nibble out of the chain, and it's actually Oregon chain, so it wouldn't be a fair race, or a fair comparison, so to say, would it? No, it wouldn't. Might even turn you guys a little bit like this. There. Okay, let's do it again. See see what we got. This is a hell of a saw. So, hang on. You're not going to get a smoother, better running saw than that 800, but it doesn't have the balls that does now, or that bellhopper one does now. It doesn't have the power that that bellhopper one just doesn't have it. I can feel it. I can really feel it here now. Yeah, and that's good. That's good. So, that's excellent. Very good. I'm going to bring a few rounds home with us. So we've cut with every saw here now, friends, okay? So here's my consensus. The Pro Max, we don't know why they cut better yet. Maybe somebody in the McCullough world that has done this, gone down this road. They're the same CCs, friends. Something's different. It's got to be in the porting. Something's happened, maybe in the timing. Why these Pro Max series cut better. They are the exact same CCs. I don't know. But bellhopper, these saws run great. They do. You're doing a hell of a job. Thank you for this. I love running my Max, and I just, when I run them, sometimes I think, geez, it'd be nice if this just had a little more pull, you know, a little more poop, a little more chain speed at the high end, you know, and or low end, depending on what I'm doing or what I'm using the saw for. So I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. So what we're doing for Ron is a lot of this stuff here. We're splitting his wood for him. He lets us come over and kind of experiment and do these tests. Ron, right? And I take wood now and again off him, especially on this run. And we do it I trade them off in tree work. We've never done it until this year. He said, well, I remember those ones I brought home in the snow there that day? I brought 2 so far. He says, well, just take it. You'll always do work for me, so we'll figure it out with that. He never expected any money from me. He didn't take any money. He says, we'll just get it out of you in tree work. So I'm all for that. What was that? So that's pretty cool. So I'm excited, actually. I think I'm going to put the bar and chain back on that 800 and run that a bit. This wood's pretty good size. I may fire up that Pro Mac hot rod again of Jeremy's, the 1010, and run it, and just run the snot out of it, actually. I think I may do that. I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, we're going to go back to this hot rod now. Hopefully it'll start. Sometimes when you shut them down. No doubt about it, Jeremy.